Libib's booktube channel. My name is Kaylin and I am back with the first wrap up of the year, which is super exciting. I had an amazing reading month. I totally forgot there were some books I read in December, so I'm going to talk about that real quick, and then I'm going to talk about all the books I read in January. So to get started off with the December books, I ended up finishing 2 books in the month of December. I did not reach like my ultimate goal, which was not like my good and reads goal, but I wanted to read 50 books. Just kind of got sick at the end of the year, and then my birthday came around and like no reading got accomplished at the end of the year, and I think that happens like every December. I'm gonna start calling December Dumpy December because I'm just not in a dump mood, but no reading ever gets done. So the books that I read in the month of December, I read 2. The first book that I ended up reading in the month of December is Teen Titans Raven. This is by Cami Garcia, and I was actually surprised that I liked this, and I can't wait for the next books in the series. Teen Titans Raven focuses on Raven. So there's a tragic accident that happens to Raven at the ripe age of 17 where her memory is just wiped away, and she then has to move to New Orleans to finish off high school for her senior year. This isn't really easy for her because she remembers like some things, but other things she just doesn't, and she's trying to remember who she was before the accident. So this book was like a nice backstory. I can't wait for the next book, which is going to focus on Beast Boy, so that's exciting. And I thought the art and the graphic work was very well in this graphic novel, and I ended up rating it 4 out of 5 stars. The other book that I read in the month of December is Love and Misadventures by Libib. This book is amazing, hands down, can't stop talking about it. It was 5 stars. I love poetry, but I really love Libib poetry. She is probably my new favorite poetry writer. I love everything that has been published by her thus far that I've read, and this was really nice to pick up, and I just want to thank the Barnes & Noble bookseller who recommended this to me. You're like the real MVP. And so December, this ignited my love for what's about to come into January. The first book that I read in January was Love Looks Pretty on You, Poetry and Prose by Libib. It was alright. Coming after my high of Love and Misadventures, this definitely was not quite it, but it was still satisfying overall. I ended up rating it 3.5 5 stars. It was more like a feminist love poetry prose-esque type book, so if you're into that, I'd check it out. Next up, my other Libib book is Sea of Strangers. Also read this one, very much enjoyed it, and it ended up being 4 out of 5 stars. Just a lot of good poetry, a lot of good feels and vibes, and it's just exactly what I needed at the right time. And the last Libib book that I read in the month of January, which I did an annotating book video. If you want to check that out in the link down below, I did Universe of Us by Libib, and I think this book is going to hold a forever special place in my heart, because when you're reading poetry about love and happiness and you're falling in love and you're writing poetry and you're just feeling all the feels, and the moment is so right in your life to be reading such a wonderful, amazing book of poetry, collection of poetry. It just, this book could not have come at a more perfect time in my life, with falling in love and discovering like happiness and love, and I can't stop raving about this book. I loved it so much, and I bookmarked like all the things, drew in all the things, and I loved it so much. The last book that I ended up reading for the month of January, and that is Vampyr. I finally read this. It only took me like several months to read it, but I loved every second of it, and I can't wait for a book 2, hopefully, like to be continued. So this book follows Veronica. If you're a fan of Riverdale, this is her. She has become a vampire, and it's just so good, and I liked it. I liked seeing all of my good Riverdale castmates and how everyone just turns into a vampire. It was so good. I loved it so much. Except for this giant spooky spider, did not like that, but I loved the graphic work, the arts, the colors. I loved everything, and I want more of it, and I need more of it. So I'm definitely gonna try to find more of it. Well, anyways, that's gonna be it for this monthly wrap up. What was your favorite book that you read in the month of January? Let me know in the comment section down below. So anyways, that's gonna be it for this video today. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next Thursday for a new Thursday Bookish video.